All right. Good morning. This is Wake Up SJV. I'm Eric Werntgen. It is we are at Wednesday. We're at Hump Day, Wednesday, June 10th. Today we're going to feature music from something I cannot pronounce, but something I'd like to go to someday. This is the Aroostook Music Festival. This is Treehouse Two Hearts Travis Sear from 2016. Good morning, folks.
Take a piece of my heart, girl. Take it to the river and wash it. You can take it in a plane, I can. Take it to the avenue, then take a piece of my heart, boy. Take it from me now, never. Just something you can always touch. Look at these people up here on the stage. Man, it makes me just wild in the rage. I said, hey, babe, take a walk with lights. I said, take a walk with lights.
All right, that is Treehouse Two Hearts Travis Sear from Arus. How do you pronounce that? Arustikik 2016. That's a music festival out in New Sweden that I hear about every year. I've never been, but I'd love to go. But now with COVID, who knows if that's going on this summer? We'll find out soon enough. Here's an article from the county online publication back on June 30th, 2019. So last summer, as you can see, last year was the 12th incarnation of Arustic. I'm so bad with this. I need help pronouncing. Anyway, this music festival featuring all these artists. So we're gonna listen to some more this morning. Up next will be Tricky Britches. Watch your mouth. So we'll check them out. First of all, let's take a check at the weather. Whether you like it or not, folks, here's the weather forecast brought to you by the National Weather Service out of Gray, Maine, by way of Caribou up here. And this report is from the Frenchville Northern Aroostook Regional Airport. You got it, folks. The code is KFVE. Look at today, beautiful 73 degrees, mostly sunny. We're going to get some rain tonight into tomorrow. Friday opens back up again with a high of 77. Beautiful stuff. And the weekend looks solid as well. So there you have it. I always like to take a dip into next week and look at Tuesday down here. Mostly sunny with a high near 81. So summer is upon us, and we certainly do welcome it. Hope your crops, your plants, your gardens are doing well. And we are off and running with the weather. In Valley News, I need an intro tune to that. But anyway, in Valley News, where did my cheat sheet go here? Let me move my mug over. In Valley News, folks, it's locally here. Graduation is the talk. High school graduation, class of 2020, is rolling out. Ceremonies throughout the valley. Madawaska's in-house, in-school ceremony was conducted last Friday, and they're going to pipe that out into the drive-in over there in Madawaska tomorrow night, Thursday, June 11th. Be a ceremony there for friends and family. Here in Fort Kent on the soccer pitch, Friday. Graduation will take place, 7 o'clock start, I believe, followed by a little parade through town and fireworks at LPT, Lonesome Pines Trails. And Wisdom, the Pioneers, will graduate on June 16th. I believe that is next Tuesday. Our neighbors over there in Van Buren had 17 from the class of 2020 graduate recently. I believe that was last Thursday. So there you have the Valley graduations as they roll out. The SAD 27 school board met recently with no decision made on the opening of school for the fall. All signs point to a Labor Day post-opening. So sometime after Labor Day, but there is nothing definite there yet. It is definite that Madawaska has approved that model. And School District 33, which encompasses Dr. Levesque and Wisdom, have recently voted on that. And I do not have those results. But that's what we're looking at. How will it look? We don't know. There are 3 possible scenarios. remote learning 100%, 100% back to school. Option 3 is a combination of those two. So some sort of hybrid model. So myself as a District 27 employee, we are in the midst of workshops here this week into next, where we will discuss plans on those 3 options. Everything's fluid. Who's sick of that word? Everything, but it is our new reality. Things change on a weekly basis. You get direction from the federal government and the CDC. That trickles down to state governors, and in our case, the Maine CDC. And then we take direction from that. So that's where we are. And then, personally, I would like to see a regional approach, but what do I know? We are a lot different up here in this huge state where it takes 5 hours to get from one end to the other, if not longer, depending on your lead foot or lack thereof it. But anyway, cases for COVID are a lot different up here than they are down in southern Maine. So will a regional approach be taken? The Canada border situation restrictions have been eased. An article appearing today in the Bangor Daily News has restrictions being altered for, oh no, this is a different article. We will come back to that. Let me find it, folks, for the COVID-19 morning update. This is brought to you by the Bangor Daily News. And as you'll see here, as I bounce around, I always like to check the updates. This usually runs, in fact, always runs morning and evening, where they give a synopsis, a summary, if you will, of everything going on with COVID. Deaths now, unfortunately, have hit 100, not a number we like to see. Thoughts and prayers certainly go out to all those families affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. Governor Mills, of course, as you see here, announced Monday that Maine will ease restrictions on travelers entering the state. Will that help tourism? I think a little bit, but there are still a lot of restrictions that have just handcuffed those organizations. Right here, Canada is slightly easing border restrictions. This is an article by Rob Gillies from the Associated Press. Enacted due to the COVID pandemic will allow immediate family members of citizens or permanent residents to come into the country, that being Canada. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau announced that Monday. He also stressed anyone entering the country will be required to quarantine for 14 days or face serious penalties. So the quarantine is still there. Tells me we will not probably be seeing our friend Mr. Doug Dorman anytime soon in face, but just via Zoom. So there you have it. I do have an article I'll share with you here in a bit on outdoor rec and specifically campsites and how we can deal with those. We will come back to that. I've gone incognito with the Bangor Daily. Probably going to get me in trouble. Speaking of Zoom, if you have interest in the Fort Kent senior class of 2020, there's 57 seniors graduating. As I said, this Friday tonight will be class night, and that will be brought to you live on various outlets, housed, I believe, predominantly on the Facebook Live page on Fort Kent Community High School / Valley Rivers Middle School. So check it out there. I assume, but you know what they say about people that make assumptions, but I assume that Channel 4 will cover that as well. But it's going to be class night. Historically, we pack into the gym on senior class night. It's awesome. There's family, friends. They have some sort of buffet meal before or after. And it's just a great time, but we're going to have to do that in-house this evening. So I personally will be covering the senior athletic awards, and then each speaker will take their stab at it and deliver the senior awards. So it's always a great night. And if you want to check it out, feel free. Like I said, that starts at 6 o'clock here live on various outlets. That's senior class night. We talked about the weather. We're going to revisit some music here. As promised, I'm now going to bring you, and this is not a live performance from the music festival, but it's a band that, in my research, a Portland-based band, string band, Tricky Britches. And here they are playing an original song from their 2016 EP, Coming In Hot. This is Tricky Britches. Watch your mouth.
She's hard as a rock, or she's pushy, won't stop, but the lines of her face draw me in. She's wide, but she's tall, through the thick of it all. She's back on my mind once again. Oh, Francine, you're coming apart at the seams. Oh, Francine, come lay beside me, stop torturing me. When I'm downtown, I see her around, blowing like a leaf in the wind. She shoots me a smirk, she can be such a flirt. Well, I guess so get then again. Oh, Francine, you're coming apart at the seams. Oh, Francine, come lay beside me, stop torturing me. Deep down below, the feeling she stirs are rusting so far away. In her blue eyes, there's power and pride. That's how she gets through the day. Oh, Francine, you're coming apart at the seams. Oh, Francine, come lay beside me, stop torturing me. Oh, Francine, you're coming apart at the seams. Oh, Francine, come lay beside me, stop torturing me.
All right, that was Tricky Britches. Francine coming in hot, 2016 music. And this is from, hold on a second here as I pause this and I minimize that. This is from, thanks, Tricky Britches. Music all from the Aru Sa Co Stick music festival. So, like many things, County Bluegrass comes to mind. I don't know if that's out of Presque Isle, but these are all artists that get together down there in New Sweden at Thomas Park. And last year it was slated for Saturday, July 6th. So it's right around the 4th of July. That's probably why I always miss it. I'm usually in Vermont that week, my native Vermont. Last year's rendition featured music from Jaw Gems, Armies, Kenyon Hall, Dominic Lavoie, Tricky Britches, Shirt Tail Kin, The Rugged, Ash and Herb, Wilsey, Allen, Hartley, and Travis Sear and Good Guys. So we've heard Travis Sear here, and but now we get some new artists. And looks like Travis Sear is the event organizer. That's a guy we need to get on the show here, is Travis Sear. We'd love to see some and hear some live music from him. We are going to try to get him here, and would just love to hear it. So we'll see. But that's some good stuff, and just some great music down there in New Sweden every summer. Will it happen this summer? We don't know, but we'll wait and see. And we'll continue to search for some great tunes. Dominic and the Lucid is a group that I've heard in the past, and I don't know if that was when I first moved up here. I got them a little confused with the John Clavette Band, who we heard yesterday. So they were certainly very good. And so just some tunes here from that great festival down there in New Sweden. What else is going on, folks, in the Valley? We've talked about graduation. We've talked about trying to get back into the swing of things. I was down at Riverside Park here in Fort Kent yesterday. Great place to walk your dog or just to go relax. Played with my daughters a little bit, and then played some basketball. I'm not going to lie to you. It was nice to get on the court. Saw a bunch of UMFK students playing soccer. So it's opening up. People are getting out and about, and it's just great to see. And I don't know, where is this going to take us? If you've done some hiking, some biking, some walking, good for you. Get out and about. The fishing is great this time of year. Get on the lakes, the ponds, the rivers, and just get it done. A great chance to be outside. And just keep your eye on your local updates on COVID and what's going on. And we will get through this together. Tomorrow's show will feature more local music. We need recommendations from you folks. What can you give to us? Who else? I see people coming in and out of the show. Would love to hear your recommendations. Interviewing Rennie Kluge gave us some great ideas as we featured the Star City Syndicate. We're now starting to get some Portland-based bands with roots up here in the county. Unfortunately for us up here, a lot of times just not getting enough exposure. So bands like Empty Head, bands like the John Clavette Band, they move down to the Portland area where there's a little more exposure, a little more job opportunity. But we'd love to have you back up here in the county, and we'd love for you to stay up here in the county. This is the place to be, folks. So please send me some recommendations on who you prefer to hear. This music festival has been going on for 12 years, which is just awesome. And next up, as promised, and these guys are just great. They've I'm trying to remember where I first saw them, but it's a Portland, Maine-based rock band, Dominic in the Lucid. And this is Be in Love from, looks like 11 years ago. But here is, let me share the screen first. It looks like a nice little setting down there in New Sweden. It's a park I've never been to. But here is Dominic in the Lucid playing, as I said, Be in Love. Let's take a listen. July 6, 2008. That is great stuff right there. That is Dominic in the Lucid from a 2008 performance at Arusak Ostik. I can't say it. Anyway, a great musical festival. I want to just say the Arustic Music Festival, but I need help pronouncing that. I think I was first introduced to that fine festival by a good friend of mine, John Blanchett, who is a great musical artist. Used to work with him at UMFK. He's now down in Portland. Would love to hear from him. We have not talked in years, but I know he used to play down at that festival in New Sweden. Will it happen this year? We don't know, folks. They are canceling many things nationwide, regionally, in Maine. I saw the Blue Hill Fair for the first time since, I don't know, 1940 something has been canceled this year and just put back. Put on the back burner till next year. UMFK and the UMaine system schools will not reopen until July 1st in any fashion. So there you have it from the UMaine system locally here at the University of Maine at Fort Kent. Over in Presque Isle, UMaine Presque Isle, those campuses continue to be closed. Students are on break anyway at this point. What will their education look like in the fall? That too is a fluid, sorry, there it is again. But it's a fluid situation. We just don't know. People, what we do know is people plan, people get together, and people have more than just one option. Speaking of that, how to avoid overcrowded outdoor locations. Let's take a look-see at an article appearing in the Bangor Daily News on overcrowded parks and more specifically, overcrowded campgrounds. What are you going to do if you roll up to, I don't know, Hedgehog and it's just packed? What are you going to do if you can't find the article that you read this morning and you want to share it with your fans? I'll get there. Hold on. Oh, here's the Blue Hill Fair being the latest issue. But it's like anything, a plan. Okay, plan more than just one option. If you're going to Hedgehog and you get to the parking lot, which is a small parking lot down there off Route 11, have other options. Okay, you know, maybe you go to Haystack and Presque Isle. Maybe you go and walk a trail off the side road and do that instead. I'm going to go through the morning update if I could. But what's happening is it's getting nice outside. People are going outside, and with rec pool here in Fort Kent is closed for the season. So people are going to look for other options. There's plenty of outdoors, especially up here in the county, plenty of options, but have more than one. Recently, speaking with a friend actually yesterday, who predominantly camps at Dabouli, and she told me that Dabouli is just packed up there. All the campsites are packed, which surprised me because I was up in the Allagash with legendary coach Larry Murphy a couple weekends ago, and all the campsites were off limits. They were not allowing anybody in those campsites, so it was the opposite. There was nobody for miles, but apparently that has since changed, and we are now seeing campsites getting overwhelmed. My apologies here. I'm trying to find this article, and I just can't find it. But anyway, have more than one option. Okay, I just wanted to show you some pictures of cars lining the sides of the streets here due to people trying to get out and about. Let's try another band here. This has been great stuff from the music festival down there in New Sweden that happens. This would have been, if we can pull it off, Travis, here, you tell me, but this will be the 13th installment, or will we have to wait? We don't know. But I tell you what, that Dominic and the Lucid guys are incredible. What they bring. And we're just trying to find and promote all these great artists. Tricky Britches we listen to. And as we've said in the past, Travis Sear plays a lot of his stuff online now. But let's take another listen here as we Google our way through the music festival. Here's some stuff from, I'm trying to find some stuff from year one, but here's some stuff from way back 2007. 2007 was the second year. Let's take a listen. Hold on, I wanna share this with you folks. Hope you're doing well. It's Wednesday, it's hump day. This is Wake Up SJV. I'm Eric Werntgen. Hope this is helping you get through your day or your morning. Whether or not you get through your day with this, well, tell me later. Here you go. A Roostak Music Festival 2007.
The receptionist I failed to mention that I had to leave out one last time. Oh, that one last time again. Little graveyard ghost. Little graveyard ghost. Look forward when nowhere to go. Trying to make noise by staring at a drone. Looking for signals when no signs show. Trying to see the grounds are buried underneath snow.
Getting dizzy. This is a mashup of artists here. This is great. Looks like an old school record player.
Take me with you, darling, it's no hide in the woods. You could tell the God in me that I could erase the but I would for the river and our spirits want us to watch the rise come in spring. Then we know just what to do. Make love until the stay babe. Make love until the stay good. Around the singing of the birds of spring. Make love until the stay babe. So we can take a drive into town. See all the folks who've grown to love and help them knock one down. Raise our voices to the rafters and we'll never die. We'll make love until doomsday. There's no time to cry. Make love until doomsday. Around the singing of the birds of spring, make love to day.
This is Wake Up SJV. You're watching a mashup of performances at the 2007 Acoustic Music Festival in New Sweden. Happy Wednesday.
Take a see upon your face, the tired fear I've been neglecting. Feel the pain. Most times when I fall asleep, I wake up from the jolly deep. Feel the pain. It's so wrong, it's not you. Poetry, perfect time, caption leader, rhythm, complex verse and rhyme. Josie, be St. Andrew, Francis, or Martin Sheen. R&B, you can sing on key and on the drum, James Dean. Hold me close, Father, light is creased beneath my trembling skin. I am sin, darkness never seems to leave this gentle town. Let me down when this basket leaves the wall and hits the ground. Girls watch it, get me lost in memories, replayed in her head. Go to there, against the willing weight, the shade is left whenever they reckon to them all along. The radio is on fire. Get on the train and find your own way. Get on the train and find your own way.
All right, that was a mashup of performances back in 2007 at the Acoustic Music Festival in New Sweden. Slated every year right around the right off the week after the 4th of July. We'll see if that happens or not this summer. We're going to call it a morning here, folks, as it is 7:45 a.m. This has been Wake Up SJV. We look forward to seeing you again for the rest of the week. Have a great day. Stay safe.